What's going on, guys? Cal here with 37th Street Barber Talk. I am with my good friend Shane Ball. He is part of the Ball Brothers Realtor Group here in Calgary. He is actually an amazing cook, wicked Muay Thai fighter, and unreal Jiu-Jitsu wrestler. So
that's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff. You've been doing a lot of stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
So just, you know what? Let's just get right into it. Tell us about your fabulous life of the Shane Ball.
Where do you want me to start?
Hello. How you doing, buddy? Well, first off, you're one of your story is probably one of the poet. You want number 2 on top, skin fade. You're done today?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
So being a cook,
yep.
I think the most interesting part of your story is you worked with Gordon Ramsay.
Yep.
So what was that like? What was it like working with
well, that like the cooking world in general, like the professional cooking world in general, is just kind of like that. Like the Gordon Ramsay persona is just very, especially back when I was doing it.
Yeah.
When I was, early 2000s and when I was younger, I had worked for like several chefs that were crazier than him.
Really?
Before I worked for him. So,
come on.
like the idea is it hard to work for him, or is he like that? That question gets asked a lot. It's like, yeah, he is like that.
So
but
what we see
normal.
on Hell's Kitchen is basically what he's like 24/7.
So what I would say is that it's not 24/7. The biggest difference is like on the shows, they have like kind of mediocre level cooks, or like an environment where like he's always going, right?
Yeah.
Like he's always got a reason to be elevated, or they cut the scenes together. So it's like, it seems like it's constant
anger,
right? And it's like, there's just no other personality other than this crazy angry chef.
Yeah.
Because they, because they're like good enough to like win a show and win this contract or whatever the prize is that he offers.
Yes.
But in his actual kitchens, like in his kitchens that he owns.
Yeah.
You would, most of them, like the ones I worked at, you have to work for free for a period of time.
Really?
Before you even get a job offer. It's called a stage.
A stage?
A stage. Stagiaire. It's a French word. So it's basically like a work trial.
Yeah.
And then in that time period, most people don't even make it. Like they don't even want the job, but they don't even make it the time, like the 2 weeks to even get a job offer.
Really?
Yeah. Majority of people are out by that point, just because the pace.
It's cutthroat.
It's cutthroat. It's long hours. Open to close every day. No breaks unless you smoke.
Yeah.
And just the kitchen pace, high level. So if you get hired, you're kind of like good enough. Really, like you're above the average level of.
Yes.
So the environment in his kitchens isn't where he's like always screaming and yelling, or his head chefs and whatnot are always screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
But when something bad does happen, or like when there's a reason, it's worse than what you've seen on TV.
Really?
Yeah. Like it's like a lot more personal, I would say, or like a lot more angry because the standard's higher in his real kitchen. So yeah, that's kind of what it's like, but invaluable experience, especially when like I went when I was 18, 19 years old.
How long have you been cooking at this point?
Well, I enrolled in like my apprenticeship when I was 15.
Oh, wow.
In Calgary at the Hyatt downtown, the Hyatt Hotel.
Yeah.
But I worked for 3 years, so basically since I was 13 years old, at Joey Tomatoes before that as a line cook. Well, I started washing dishes, and then the dish area was right beside the grill. Yeah. And so I would like quickly power wash the dishes, and then I'd go help the grill cook. So by the time I was 14, I was on the grilling the steaks.
Buddy, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah. So I just didn't want to wash dishes. I wanted to like learn how to. So I went from washing dishes to being the head grill cook at Joey Tomatoes when I was 14.
That's crazy.
Hindsight, that's probably one of the crazier like things about my cooking journey. You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, like I remember like the regional chef, the corporate Joey Tomatoes chef.
Yeah.
His name's Chris Mills at the time.
Okay.
He came to the restaurant, which was Eau Claire downtown Calgary.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and he came to do like his audit and whatnot, and he sees me getting like he just sees me.
Sees this 14-year-old.
Well, yeah, he sees me but doesn't know that I'm the grill cook, and then he sees me like when they ordered like like a salmon comes up,
Yeah.
a salmon order, and then I'm grilling the salmon, and I could just see his eyes being like, "What are you guys doing, letting this guy cook?" And I remember serving the salmon, this grilled salmon, and he walks up to the pass through when it's on the plate, and I remember him just slightly checking to see the doneness of like prying it open to see if it was cooked properly.
Come on.
And then he looked back at me, he's like, "It's perfectly cooked." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm good." Yeah, dude, I'm really good at this.
Yeah.
And then because you're that young and that impressionable, I felt super confident, but not so confident. I felt like I really found, I found a place in the world at a young age that I thrived in. And so I dropped out of school because I had my grade 10, and then I went to SAIT when I was 16 years old, finished my apprenticeship.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got my Red Seal, I went to Europe. That's where that all went. And yeah, it was a wild ride.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and then getting out of that industry, I worked in Europe, and I worked in London and Switzerland mainly, and then I moved back here and I head chefed a restaurant in Kensington. Yeah, and then that's where it all kind of came to an end in my early 20s.
And would you say, as a cook, what would you say has been your craziest experience to date?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know I don't know if I could sum it up to one moment, right? Like what I do now, because I have obviously, my cooking channel that I do for fun and hobby.
By the way, the Couch Cook on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, everywhere.
Yeah.
All this, man. It's worth it.
So I'd say it's been the craziest thing, right? Like I started that for fun. Yeah. And then I started it during the pandemic, and then now I have like my own filming studio that like it's not even my own kitchen. It's a studio that I've built to make cooking videos in.
Yes. Which is wicked, by the way.
Yeah. And you've seen it, hey?
Yes.
You've been there.
When we went for our photos.
Yeah. That's right.
His wife is a photographer as well.
Yeah, we share the same studio. Yeah. So my filming kitchen's in her photography studio.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's brought up all kinds of opportunities, right? Like I got called. I didn't take the opportunity at the time, but I got offered to be a private chef for Anthony Joshua, who's a world number 1, number 2 heavyweight boxer in the world.
That's crazy.
And done asked to be on several different TV shows.
Really?
Yeah, like all the time.
Yo, crazy enough,
stuff like that.
Monica actually almost made it on.
MasterChef.
MasterChef Canada.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
Yes.
That's cool. I'd
like to see a cook-off between you and her, buddy. See who moves in.
I mean, I'm putting the house on me, but.
Well, I was telling him, go pack your bags. That's it. You've been replaced by Shane. You've been replaced by Shane.
No. I know she's good. I've had Monica's food before, so.
I think if you were one of the judges, she would just put a little bit of hummus for you.
And the show.
That's it.
Yeah, a chef with allergies. How stupid is that?
Now, your allergies are very severe from what you tell me.
Yeah, they are.
Have you had any scares?
Yeah, with hummus, exactly that.
Really?
Yeah, at Joey's when I was working there.
Come on.
Yeah, I just I just made like a normal souvlaki that was on the menu. Yeah. And I just because I've made a billion of them. Yeah. I just put the hummus on it when I was making it for myself. Yeah. Just because it was so routine, and then I took a bite. That was it. I was just
started seeing stars.
I was almost seeing nothing.
You seen the light at the end of the tunnel? You're like,
I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. That's right. Pretty damn close.
You're like,
yeah, I was in the hospital for a few days from that.
Oh, damn.
In an anaphylactic coma.
Coma? Yeah. Coma?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. And
man, if a food fight were to ever break out in an Arab restaurant, you need to duck.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm not fighting. I'm flighting.
fighting.
I'm fighting, not fighting that one. So yeah, that's I don't know, lots of cool experiences. Obviously, working for Gordon Ramsay is huge, and doing all kinds of special events. You know, like cooking for famous people, like
Okay.
Elton John, Lady Gaga.
No, you did not.
Yeah.
This man. Did you meet them?
Yeah. Like casually, but not, you know.
Yeah, just quick.
Casually.
Compliments to the chef.
Anthony Bourdain several times.
Who?
Anthony Bourdain.
Really?
Yeah. If he's most people will know he's a popular chef.
Yeah.
Like pop culture chef. So met him. He's passed away now. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yes. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did celebrities, bro. You beat the Obamas?
Nope. No Obamas.
No Obamas, eh? Oprah?
no.
Oprah would have married you on the spot.
Yeah, no, I'm good. So yeah, that was that. That's the very short version
of being the couch
of
cook.
the couch.
And now being the second half of the Ball brothers.
Yeah, that's
the
the
realtor group.
That's just the day-to-day stuff.
That's the day-to-day.
That's the stuff I talk about the least. That's what pays my bills.
Would you say that's more of a hobby than not your hobby?
Well, it's
your career.
Well, when people ask me what I do,
Yeah.
I tell people I'm a professional hobbyist. I have magically found a way
to get involved in everything.
To make a living out of things I like doing.
Yes.
Right. So real estate. I started that kind of like just out of cooking. You know, I didn't have a real high school education, so I needed to go back and do that, think about what I wanted to do. And like most realtors, you don't have much else to offer the world, so you get a real estate license and just sell real estate. To be honest, right? Like it's like it's not as noble. Like I love my job because I like dealing with people, and you know I like the process. But it's funny coming from like the cooking world where you make like $20,000 a year, selling your life away to cook food. There's just so much pride in making people happy with food. That's why I did it for even as long as I did it. Yeah. And then I have this career now that pays me way better, but it's not anywhere near as noble. Like I just don't get the same joy and pride of like being what I am, being a realtor. Yeah. Love the job. I love that it gives me the ability to do things like the couch cook and fight. But it's not like what I don't identify, like my identity isn't in my
real estate,
my career. Yeah. I should say. So
okay.
I don't know if that makes sense. It's not like I'm not complaining about it, right?
No. You're a wicked realtor because I do hear you talk about and how well you take care of your clients and how well you take care of everything that comes to real estate and how serious you take it. Yeah. But like you said, you're defined by your hobbies here. You're involved in a lot of different venues. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like. Yeah. Exactly. I'd much rather talk. Like if we're sitting at a table and you want to talk about things, I'd much rather talk about food and food culture and fighting and speaking about fighting, you do Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu? Yeah. Yeah, mainly Muay Thai. Mainly Muay Thai. Yeah. I've seen your fights. Amazing. Power on this man. Power on this man. Claims to hit you lightly. I do. Have you seen stars for hours? Dude, I love tapping. Those are love taps. Imagine if I let it go. Bro, could you imagine? If you loved me like that, I wonder what would happen if you hated me. Oh my goodness, same. Dude. I'm kidding. Bro, I think the funniest part about you was like that one time you showed me skip the rock and you actually connected. Oh yeah, right? I was like, yeah. Let me just show you how it goes. That just skip over the fist and I actually chinned you. Oh buddy. I was like you were so I was shocked. You were shook. Not shocked. Yeah, shook. I was shocked. Like, wow. This guy was just lightly demonstrating that what would happen if he actually went for it. I'm very thankful you're not our full-time teacher. Bro, you teaching Muay Thai is funny, bro. Dude. Because every time you body us. Yeah, dude. I only teach classes I would never do. I was telling Quinn. I was like, yo, you should come to your chains class. He's like, I'm good. he's like, I'm good. Everybody's like, are you sure about this? I'm like, yeah, dude. I just told you to do this. What are you guys doing?
Do it.
Do it. I started the workout with a burner, buddy.
Yeah, dude. Get the lungs fired up.
God.
Not that I'd ever do that personally, but
First.
definitely tell you to do it. I'm kidding, dude. I'm totally kidding. I only do things that I would teach, things that I would do.
You full of shit you are, buddy.
No, I believe in that.
Are your eyes turning green as you speak?
No, my nose is growing though. My nose is literally growing 2 inches.
Pinocchio.
Yeah. Oh man.
So are you still in the amateur bracket or have you moved up to professional?
Well, I don't really know about my own fighting future.
Yeah.
But the next fight, if I fight, you've got to decide on it.
Yeah.
Will be more like opponent based than it will be like professional or amateur. Like those two, there's a lot tougher amateur fights than there are some professional fights.
Really?
Oh yeah, there's some amateurs that are just so ridiculous. They have like one or two fights, and they're just absolute killers. And then you have professionals that have 30 fights that should not even be in the category professional. So
yes.
I consider myself a professional fighter because I train professionally and I do all the fighting things as a professional. You know, I train with the team.
You train
stick to the
with
structure.
with a hardcore team too, bro.
Hardcore team, best team in the world.
Best in the world, man. Bananas.
You know,
everyone's literally about it.
I actually, you know, obviously a bit biased, but I actually definitely think, as far as the country goes, it's got to be the best team in the country.
Oh, 100%.
Like, not just skill wise for sure, but like just the fabric of the team and the characters that we have on are just so elite. So yeah, the next fight, I don't know totally, and I don't even know if it'll be Muay Thai or an MMA.
Really?
Yeah, probably MMA.
You might step into the MMA octagon.
More likely that than Muay Thai again. Yeah.
Really? Eh?
Yeah.
Because you really want them to taste your fists.
I really want to let the hands fly in those little gloves, man.
Buddy.
Yeah.
When, like, do you think it would be in 2024?
Try for March. I'm trying for March 2024. Yeah. So,
that's crazy. Where? Calgary?
I put my name in for a card in Lethbridge.
Why Lethbridge, bro?
Because it's a good card.
Yeah.
And yeah, the promoter down there is a good guy. Shout out Brad Wall.
What about the promotion? What's his name fought for? Imad.
That's the one. No.
You know the last one he fought at the hotel?
It's kind of like that one, but it's in Lethbridge. I don't care about fighting in front of friends and family, to be honest.
Come on, man.
No, man, not so much.
I need to cheer you on, bro.
Then come down to Lethbridge.
I'm not gonna come down to Lethbridge.
It's 2 hours away.
It's not 2 hours away. What do you mean grow up?
Grow up.
Listen, buddy.
It's 2 hours.
Listen, buddy.
Come on.
I can't fly like you.
Silliness.
Okay.
Egregious.
Like, my magic carpet's actually
I swear, dude, if I fight within 3 hours of the city and you're not there, dude,
I'm getting beat up.
Oh, dude, you're getting it.
Okay, that's it. I'm going down.
I'm going down. 100%, you're getting it. The next.
Bro, I get it just for cutting your hair, buddy.
Yeah.
You're the only client that beats me up for giving me haircuts.
Exactly. That's right. Someone's got to check you.
Someone's gonna check me. Eh?
You know. So we'll see. But fighting for me is like my ultimate hobby right now. Like not just the training, but I love being there for my team.
Yes, you actually have been there a lot.
Yeah, like
and that was gonna be my next thing. Like we brought up Dynamis. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you've been cornering a lot of the guys.
Yep.
What's it been like cornering Jake Peacock? For those that don't know, Jake just won the one champion, road to one. No, the Muay Thai World Cup road to one champion.
Yeah.
He will be fighting for one champ. Yeah. And Shane was there throughout the entire journey cornering him.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't cheer as loud as us, but he's there.
I got a different role.
Yeah. So what's that been like, standing in Jake's corner, man?
What a privilege, right?
Yes.
Honor. Like, it's an actual honor. Because obviously Jake's the highest of high levels that there is in Muay Thai. Yeah. And so, you know, Jake and I spend a ton of time together, like in general, not just training, and we know each other quite well. And it's been since the day he opened Dynamis, I've been at the gym with him.
Yes.
And basically, we've never missed a day, you know. So we've a literal day one.
You miss some days. Don't yourself.
Yes.
You know, when you're hunting, you don't think about us.
Yeah. You get my point. get the point.
I got the point. You've been there.
I've been there, you know, been there.
You've
Been there.
How many years have you been there now?
Since the day it opened, so 6.5 years, 7.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I met Monica. You met Jake.
that's right. Yeah, that's how that.
Love at first sight in both
That's pretty
instances.
much it. Jake and I wasn't love at first sight though, you know.
No?
Took a long.
I heard he laid a couple smackdowns on you.
Well, yeah, that's for sure. But no, that's the cool thing too. Is like our friendship has grown a lot, and so anyways, being part of his corner is just like the craziest thing. I actually take notes.
So one
Yep.
second. So
I got my pin wrong,
okay.
so
You want to try again?
it won't let me.
You want to come back?
It's locked. Yeah, okay,
Cool.
could I?
Yeah, of course, bro.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks.
Whenever.
What time do you guys close tonight?
6:30. So if it's not today for any reason, come back another day. I know you, bro. You're good. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So after this last fight, so I've only been in his corner twice, and like I just observe the guy, you know, because there's just so many things that you can learn from the way he just carries himself, the way he mentally prepares. So after I go back, like after the evening, it's all said and done and wrapped
Yep.
up, I go home and I just take some notes of like how I observe him, and you know, like he's like, you know, I've been around highly successful people in different ways, like
Yeah.
you know, Gordon Ramsay, you know, worked for him, and business people and all this stuff, and I'd say Jake is like one of the most like on that level of high skill people. He's up there with the most high level I've ever seen in my life. So there's lots to gain from him,
Yes.
and I just try to press when I'm in the corner. I just try to press the buttons that make him tick. You know,
Yeah.
the things that get him super dialed in.
Now, how would you compare you being in his corner compared to him being in your corner? Because he has been in your corner before.
Yeah. I think well.
And I think one of the most.
The thing about Jake as well is he's a phenomenal fighter,
Yeah.
but he's just as or an even better coach.
Really.
He just knows his fighters so well. He just, like I said, he knows what makes them tick. You know, when you're getting ready to fight, you know, there's all these different emotions, whether you're scared or nervous or overly excited, and he just knows the type of fighter you are and how you react. And he knows what makes you tick, and it's just
And he gives wicked speeches.
dude, epic.
Unreal speeches.
And he knows like now's not the time. He knows when isn't the time to put the pressure on, and you know. So I think I've learned that from him.
Yeah.
That it's not just always like go. It's not always just like 1,000%.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it is just taking it a little bit back or saying something different or right timing, right place. And yeah, he's really good at that. So anyways, it's the best being part of that. Just, I could apply so many things that guy does as a fighter and coach just in my day-to-day life
Oh, I
that
believe
make
it,
me
bro.
better, right? So yeah, it's been it was an awesome moment, especially for the biggest fight of his life, for
Biggest
that
fight of his
contract.
career so far, yeah.
And being part of that is just like, that's like a core memory that I'm gonna have for the grandkids.
Oh yeah, for all
You
of
know,
us.
the
all of us,
story is
bro.
just starting for Jake too. That's the crazy thing, right?
Bro, Jake
is only just-
has created memories for all of us, bro. Like
Yeah.
to be there even in the stands, bro, standing right by his family, your family, and like watching him achieve this, you know,
crazy.
and hit the heights that he's
Dude.
hitting.
Wow, it's one of the most emotional, like exciting emotional moments I think I've ever had. It's
Honestly,
like,
bro.
holy cow!
And
Yeah.
I remember like, you know, walking to Jake's the first time, bro. Like I did not expect it to grow the way it grew.
Dude,
You know?
I don't think anyone did. Anyone, including Jake. I'm not even sure if Jake wanted to grow.
Bro,
It's grown.
I just like I literally went in there with the impression that I'm just gonna learn a little bit of self-defense. You know what I mean?
Everybody you can't help it but just become part of the team.
Yeah, bro. That's why I keep telling
Just
people,
our regular members, just the guy that works at the auto body shop, down the street. He's one of us,
Yeah.
Everybody's the kids class. The kids are part of the team, and now we got a really good structure between our professional fight squad and our amateur fight squad.
Yeah.
And then it's just
We didn't even have an amateur squad at one point.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I found out about it like out of the blue. They're like, yeah, there's amateur fights. I'm like, what?
It was something that we kind of developed, or Jake developed, right? Like it was time that aspect where people's interest in wanting to fight started growing so much that you had to kind of like, okay, we need to draw some lines to get to certain levels, right?
Yeah.
When Dunamis first opened, it was like whoever wanted to bang it out
could bang it out. And the thing is, you guys, like, it wasn't controlled the way it is today.
You come on a Saturday pro sparring, it's not easy going.
I heard Wednesday sparring was comparable to Saturday sparring.
Yes.
And what was that like? What was Dunamis like in the early days, would you say?
It was different, man. Like it was a different season.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that like it was any different. Like the same morals, the same values that the gym and Jake carried applied back then. It was a different season of business. There was a different season of growth. There was a different season of coaching. There was a different group there. And, there was a lot of guys, and it was all good. It's all good. There's nothing wrong with it. But just the different environment at the time, there's a lot of other professional fighters. And then that just comes with the general ego.
Yeah.
And, Jake's a young coach at that time, just getting his gym going. He didn't want these other guys or other people just running around and trying to run their own show in his gym. He needed to set the tone early on.
Exactly.
And people just took it the wrong way from the beginning. So it's not like we sparred harder back then. It's just the ones that know how to deal with it are the ones that stayed and have gotten better, and now it's just a regular Saturday to us, right?
There you go.
But back in the day, it was like personal. It's like, whoa, Jake's trying to kill me. It's like, no, Jake's just not chilling.
He's not putting up with you.
Yeah, and he's just not good. He's not gonna let you tee off on him or whatever, right? Or on the new guy and not do anything about it. So it was a time of like precedent, and if you didn't do that back then, if you didn't really set the tone back then and set the groundwork, it wouldn't be the same gym that it is today.
Exactly.
If it would even be around, to be honest.
Yeah, because I don't think a lot of gyms do survive.
No, you see it all the time. This guy pops up his own little gym here, and there's like 5 guys or 10 guys that join it. They all go their own separate ways, their own boss, and everyone wants their idea of how to run the program. I commend Jake for sticking to that all along, even though there was like times where it was hard for me to be a member at that gym early on.
Really?
Early age. And then I was like 271 pounds overweight.
Holy.
Extremely overweight. I'd never done martial arts in my life. And then I come into the killer's row, right? And he did not let up on me.
No, because he's seen the beast you've become.
No, he didn't like me. No,
that's the truth.
No, you didn't see no beast. You just saw a turd of a guy.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now you've been there like all these years. Who would you say is who do you actually enjoy sparring with the most? And you don't say Jake, because we both know he whoops your ass.
Yeah, no, not Jake. I don't really have a preference, to be honest.
No? You're just banging out with whoever.
Yeah, I don't know. Lately, I'd say that my preferred rounds would be with like John Nguyen and John Moore.
Okay.
I'd say John Nguyen's like another specimen in our gym that's elevating to new heights. And
yes.
And he's like on the cusp of making the UFC, and he's so skilled. I just like doing rounds with that guy. He's so high skill rounds. And John Moore, I like going with because he's more of like a massive potential.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy. So like a really big guy.
Very big guy.
So it's a different look than like a lot of our gyms similar size, you know.
Yeah.
And he's like a different size. I mean, I love everyone. I mean, everyone, like, I really try to spar everyone a bit differently. That's why I like going with everyone.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't spar John Moore the same way I spar Jake or the Atma brothers.
The Atma brothers, yes.
So
Now you actually do have a relationship with the Atma brothers outside of the gym.
Yep. Yeah. Barra especially.
He's starting up with you guys with the Ball brothers.
Yep.
Are you guys gonna change your name to the Ball brothers and Atma or no?
Nope.
No.
No, the idea is with him. So he's coming on, and like we're trying to more so be like mentors to him to help build. Like we don't really have like, you know, we want to build him so that he can go out on his own.
He's more of an apprentice.
You know. It's what we never really had when we started out in real estate.
Yeah.
We just didn't have like good guidance. And so we give them like business, especially business that will help them learn a bit quicker. So like buyers, and maybe some leads that are a bit more difficult and challenging.
Yeah.
That are really hard for us to deal with because we don't have as much time.
Yeah.
But also are invaluable in what you gain in experience from learning from them.
Yeah.
So we give him these kinds of opportunities and then coach him through it, mentor him, all hoping that he's able to set his own brand, you know, in a few years and get going on his feet successfully. And
100%.
it's more so about that. We don't want to trap him into being like, you know, with our business and then being part of our regime, right? Like, it's a different, in the real estate industry, that's a different whole undertaking that I'm just not interested even in. Like,
you don't want your own huge team.
No, I don't.
Because it's just a lot more work, a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Headaches, right?
More risk because you got to make sure things are done. Other people are doing things properly. And so if it goes there, like if that's how things turn out, then that'd be great. But just like the goal is more.
At least with him, you know that you can really mold him and help him succeed.
Yeah, and avoid a lot of the mistakes that we made.
Yeah,
you know. That's
was it hard starting up in real estate?
It was, yeah, it really was. Because we started when we live in Alberta, which is the economic boom and bust capital of the entire planet.
Yeah.
Right. So when things are good, it's really good, and when things are bad, it's just like hell. Right.
Yeah.
And we started in 2016, and it was right in the beginning when the market started kind of going down, and then.
Sorry, I'm just getting my stuff.
Then by every day we started, every day got harder than the next.
Really?
Dude, it was horrendous. And I can't believe how stubborn I was to make it work. Because every day.
You are a stubborn individual.
Yep, I am. I'm a mule.
Hard-headed.
Cash, can you turn it down? Cash, turn it down. Come on. And so it got to a point like 2019 where I was like, it was like the end of the year. I'd made no money, working like an absolute mule, trying to make it happen.
Really?
And just you could not sell a house. Like you could not get a house off the market. And then
what was it? Was it the closing you feel?
It was the market. It was the economy.
Just the economy.
It was the economy. Oil was down. Political confidence, consumer confidence was so low because of the politics in the province. It just was all the factors of unemployment was high.
Yeah.
All the reasons, right?
Yeah.
Job loss was huge. And then it was so bad that I was like, my goodness, if this continues for another like 6 months, I'm going to be bankrupt. Really? So I went and actually I worked. I don't even tell people this, but I actually went on to work on a rig.
Really?
Yeah, I went to work.
You were rigged?
Yeah, just to go make ends meet. Yeah, so I worked on a rig for a couple weeks, and then my phone started ringing again.
Really?
Right? This is 2020, right when the pandemic rolled through.
Okay.
And just I don't know what happened, but
Just a turnaround.
started getting a couple more phone calls, and I was like, oh, it seems like I'm gonna have a busy spring.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I don't need to be on the rig much longer. So I'm going back home because I have to service these clients now. And then it just kind of exploded, especially during the pandemic when they dropped the interest rates to
Yes.
almost 0%. It was like free money. The market went absolutely haywire. And
So
it
your real estate really just kicked off. Technically.
Well, I mean, we actually did well, even when I'm telling you that I had to go work on a rig. We were doing well up until that point, and even compared to most realtors, we still sold quite a bit of housing.
Yeah.
The problem is we just didn't know how to manage our resources, so we didn't know how to market properly. So we would spend a ton of money here, a ton of money there, a ton of money there. We were so spread out with how we would spend money,
Yeah.
invest money into our business, that all avenues that we were investing in didn't turn anything over. Instead of hindsight, just juicing one field, one area of like our business, and have that become the revenues, like main revenue source. We spread ourselves way too thin.
Oh,
And
okay.
here's the other thing is like my brother and I are so close, right? Like and I are
Yes.
so close, and we're involved in the same things together, right? We go to the same gym, we go to the same church, we go to the same everything, right? So we know the exact same people. So our network of who was like most people when they join partnerships, they double their potential network source, right?
Exactly.
We cut ours in half because we knew the same people. So instead of us doing double business, we did half business, half revenue. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you guys are split.
Exactly. So it took a long time to kind of get that going. But even though collectively we were doing like what if we told other realtors how many deals we were doing,
Yeah.
they'd be like, well, how are you guys not like, it doesn't make any sense. We just didn't know how to manage the business. So I should say we've grown our business and we've learned to manage better.
There you go. How's that, buddy?
Looking sharp. Looking sharp. Thanks, bro. Perfect.
Okay, some departing words for the camera. What's some advice you'd give to people of your age or younger who are looking to get into either culinary, martial arts, or realtor?
Don't cut corners. Do the hard work. Do the work that sucks over and over and over again until it becomes easy and enjoyable. That's number one.
Awesome. My man, thank you so much. Thank you guys for joining us. Until the next time, take care.
Thank you, Habibi.
Bye, man. Thank you, brother.